Happy Sunday. Where's my girl Janet? Because I know she's usually the first one on here.
Janet.
You see? There, that's my girl. That is my girl. I knew it.
Yeah, you know she would come back. Right?
Oh my gosh, Janet. I think one of the best birthdays ever. Ever. Like it was just such a vibe. I literally we celebrated my entire my birthday the entire week. Really. It was amazing. It was such a great birthday. Hello, just sub this week. Well, welcome. Welcome to our page. We just chop it up on Sundays. I'm in the sofa in the sala just chopping it up. Yes, Janet, it was amazing. It was amazing. I had such a good time surrounded by beautiful people. I couldn't have asked for a better birthday. And I was so tired, Janet. I was so tired on my birthday because because it was kind of like a work vacation conference type of thing, right? So like a workation. And we had a conference in the morning. We went to a go that way, please. We went to like we had like a little boat trip. And then Vic, oh my gosh, Vic, just we went to the best restaurant in Mexico. It was at the Waldorf, and what was beautiful about it, it was literally on a cliff off of the ocean, so you could see the moon reflecting off of the water. It was so amazing, but we were so tired that I was literally like this, like falling asleep at dinner because we were just exhausted. But it was such a good time. How was your week? How has the last 2 weeks been? Where's everybody? I mean, it's only 5:34. Quick question before I forget. Did you I think this week it had you did a house in Ocala. I think this week it had a retention pond next to it. Do you know if that flooded when the hurricane hit last October? For the most part, no. Because the way it those retention ponds don't flood. What you said, babe? Yeah, it's a system. So no, excuse me. No, it didn't like they normally do not flood. Like there'll be a little bit of water in there, but not to the point where it's like a pool that you could go swimming in type thing. Janice said always great and busy. Yes, we like to be busy, right? Hi, Sally. Sally said, I plan to go to Florida and April wanted to know what to do to get help to get a farmhouse. Ooh, a farmhouse. I love that. So are you wanting like a farm style house or are you wanting a house that's on a farm? We can definitely help you. You can get on my calendar. Let me put the link in. Let me pull it up so I could get it. So if you go to this website, you could book a call with us. This is the most easiest. Let me show you. And let me post it. Um Hi, Lucy. Lucy asked, how long is the process to purchase a house? Well, honestly, it just depends, right? It can be as fast as you make it or as long as you make it, right? Because what happens is that you definitely want to, if you're gonna pay cash, you can literally close on a house in less than 2 weeks, right? But if you're financing, you want to make sure that you have spoken to a lender, you're pre-approved, you see a house that you like. Once you're under from contract to close is about financing, depending on the loan, if there's like some things that are a little shaky, right? Normally it's 30 days. Some lenders could close in 21 days. Sally said, I plan to go from April 12th to 19th. Yes, absolutely. If you want to work with us, please feel free to go ahead, book a call on my calendar. Just know, and then this is something that I'm going to talk about on my live today. Because sometimes, well, a lot of the times, my lives are geared towards what has happened in the last week, right? And what I would say is that, right, only honestly, if you know that you want to work with me, then call me, right? I would love to work with you guys. But if you're like, I'm talking to a few different realtors and all this other stuff, that I'm honestly not your person, right? Because there's no need to know how, like, who I am and all that stuff, because what you see is what you get. You see in my videos who I am, right? So I've had a couple of instances where people are talking to other realtors and things like that, and they don't want to sign a buyer broker agreement because it's like, what if I want to work with a different realtor? Like, at the end of the day, right, I'm not trying to lock anybody down, right? Whoever wants to work with me is going to work with me, and whoever doesn't is, and it's okay. And I tell the people that, I'm like, listen, it's okay. I might not be the perfect fit for you, and that's okay. But let's say that we are, something's burning.
No, the stove is dirty.
Okay. Okay. Let's say is that we have a buyer broker agreement, and you end up being like, you're really like, I don't know, we're not vibing or something like that. Then that's okay. We'll have a conversation, right? And there's no, you can cancel it, and there's no cancellation fee, right? So that's just, I only truly want to work with people who want to work, like, who know that they want to work with me, right? And I have a lot of people that are like, nah, like, you my girl, right? Like, and stuff like that. And there's other people who are just like, I don't know, I'm working, I'm talking to a whole bunch of other people, a whole bunch of other real estate agents, and honestly, like, then I'm not for you, because I only want to put my energy towards people who truly want to work with me, because I want to work with you. And again, that's why communication is great too, right? Like, I just had a recent I had somebody who we were supposed to go out this weekend, and I reached out to her and all that stuff, and she was like, I decided to go with another agent. And I was like, okay. I was like, tell me why, right? Like, I'm just super curious. Like, I'm always looking to improve myself. And she was like, oh, well, I feel like you might just be a little too busy, and I need somebody to handhold, like, to hold my hand, because I'm a first time buyer, right? So I decided to go with another agent. And all I ask is that you have a conversation with me prior, because if I know that you're looking for, like, your hand to be held, like, I got you, right? Like, give me the opportunity to make that decision if that's something that I can do or I can't do, right? And again, I respect it, right? If you go with another realtor or whatever, let's have let give me the decency to have that conversation prior to you making that decision, right? Because I have all different types of clients. I have types of clients where they're like, listen, I don't even need you. I don't even need to see you. I know what house I want. I want to go under contract, and that's it. There's some clients that I haven't even met in person yet, right? But they know that I'm going to get them the best deal and that I got them. So they call me, right? Then there's other clients where they're like, okay, I don't, I don't need hand holding because this is not my first rodeo, right? Okay, perfect. And then there's clients who are first time home buyers. They just, they need extra loving, extra reassurance and things like that. And that's okay too. We could do it all, right? So just give me the decency to have that conversation with me first, so that I can let you know, can I do it, can I not, right? Maybe I don't have the bandwidth to handhold someone, or things like that, right? But I think it's worth the conversation. um he's okay. The homie Dre said, okay, I said that, so I'm gonna, no, I don't like how I said it. I'm the homie Dre, there we go. Okay, thank you. I was just curious because here in St. Pete, it was bad for everyone next to any type of water retention during Helen. So I've been real nervous next being next to water of any sort. Well, St. Pete was a whole different, you're by the water. So where we were, so in Ocala, no, you did have just a little bit of flooding in the streets and stuff like that. If it was if there was an area where it's not like it doesn't drain properly, but nothing serious. Lucy said relocating from Jersey, but still needs to sell my house. Oh, I have so many clients relocating from Jersey. Come on over. So what happens is it just depends, right? You may need to sell your house first before you buy. You could do it contingent upon the sale of your home here, but a lot of the sellers like to see that your house is under contract already, right? Sally said, no, it's only you we want. Yes, girl, I got you. Yep, Janice said you got us. Susie said, hola, Alexis, ¿cómo estás? I'm really excited to go in June and look for a home in Florida, preferably Claremont. Yes, Claremont is a great area. Barbara said, I got you, Alexis. Susie said, I have a contract with a real estate agent here. Does it apply if I go there? No, because unless it's two separate markets, right? So no. Hi, Theo. Hi, Margaret. Callie said buyer's market for sure. Yes, buyer's market. We are in a buyer's market. We are definitely in a buyer's market. We have a lot of inventory. And there's just more room for negotiation, right? Like, and still a lot of the times sellers think we're in COVID, like COVID years, where they can get X amount with waiving contingencies and stuff like that. So it's definitely the agent's job to just kind of educate the sellers, and like, we are in a buyer's market. We definitely need to price the property accordingly. Nydia said, hey, Alexis, I'm looking to buy in Port St. Lucie. Are you able to assist, or can you recommend another realtor? Honestly, I would be doing you a disservice if I helped you in Port St. Lucie, because I don't know much about Port St. Lucie, right? And my job is to make sure that you are absolutely happy with the house, the location, right? So I do have a partner agent in Port St. Lucie that can definitely help you. So if you want to send me an email, and I could put you in contact with my agent there. So let me put my email here. Like, I really don't sell in Palm Bay. So I had one client who, she was just kind of like, okay, maybe I want St. Cloud, maybe I want Palm Bay, and I do St. Cloud, but Palm Bay I don't really sell in Palm Bay. So I had an agent help her over there. Let me see. I make sure. Yeah, that's my email. So my email is there. Nydia said, thanks for your sincere response. I'll send you an email. Yeah, Nydia, another agent would be like, oh, I do it all, right? But that's not always that's not always servicing the clients, right? Like, I really don't know much about Port St. Lucie, and I would want you to get the best. Not that I couldn't get you the best deal, right? But I couldn't let you know much about the area. Um, Sally said, a quick question. Do you think it's possible to find a farmhouse with some acreage to have farm animals? I will use the calendar. I am from Pennsylvania. Oh, I actually have, so I have a beautiful couple who reached out to me Friday. Yeah, they scheduled the calendar event. And so we spoke on Friday, and they actually live in Pennsylvania too. They live in Allentown. So they're going to be moving over here. So yes, there is definitely farmhouses with acreage that you can have animals on it. So it's also going to depend on price too, like what that price point is. And when we have a calendar, when we have a Zoom meeting, we can definitely talk about that. And if you need to sell your house, that's fine too. We can come up with a strategy, right? To see if you need to, you said you need to sell that house to buy this house, right? With the realtor. So if you don't have a real estate agent, I have partner agents in Pennsylvania. And so that's what we did with my clients who called me on Friday, is that one of my partner agents is going to help them sell their house in Pennsylvania so that they can move here. Bloomsburg. So we used to live in Toby Hanna. We lived there for about a year, right, babe? Like a year? No, I don't think it was a year and a half, babe. I think a year. Um, yeah, no. It's beautiful in the fall time, but that winter, that black ice. Mm-mm.
Black ice.
Hi, Alan with the Y. Where's my other people? Where's Cosette? Where's my Pedros? But how was everybody's week? We have a busy couple of weeks coming up, especially in the end of March, which we're about to be in the end of March. We have I think total we have 6 closings this month. Super blessed to be able to help clients relocate to the Central Florida area. It was so crazy because on Thursday, was it Thursday? No, it was Friday. Friday, I literally had 3 walkthroughs before all around the same time. So I had to do one. It just so happened that 2 of them, so one was at 9 in Mineola and then one was at 11 in Groveland, and they're only about 20 minutes apart, so I was able to do those 2. But then I had another one at 10 a.m. I think it was in Ocala, so I was like, there's no way that I'm going to be able to go there. So Dylan did that walkthrough for me. So I have closings on the same day, the final walkthrough. So I'm maneuvering that, but super blessed. Yes, the winter, yes, it's brutal. It's cold, too cold and windy. Ooh, I felt that. I felt that. So let's talk about this week's videos, which I was actually supposed to put it up already, but I took a nap, guys. Oh, can you okay, let's talk real quick. So your girl has not had coffee for 4 days. This is day 4 or 5. Wait. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 5 days. 5 days I have not had coffee. So when I went to Cabo, I was eating so much like acidic foods, and I already suffer from acid reflux, right? So oh my gosh, that came with a vengeance. Like I oh my gosh. So on my way, so this is the second time I get, so it's like you probably not gonna be able to see it because it's not as prominent right now, but on my way from Mexico to come home, my lymph node right here started to swell again, and I'm like, oh man. And so I went to the doctor, and it's a subglandular gland, and it might be kind of like because there could be stones inside of there, and that's why it just swells up, right? But they put the camera in the nose, and you could see the throat. And so my esophagus here was extremely like bright red and things like that. So she was like, you have to let go of the acidic things, coffee, for at least 3 months. So this is day 5. Okay, so this is day 5 of no added sugar. This is day 5 of no white flour, and then no coffee. When I'm cooking now, there's no garlic, no onion, nothing, nothing, nothing. So I'm learning how to like use fresh herbs and things like that, because it's hard. You know, we like to cook with the garlic and the onions and the tomatoes. And so I don't know. I've had a headache today, and because Vic, y'all need to yell at him. He still drinks his coffee. He drinks like 2 cups a day, and the smell for me is so heightened right now that I'm like, oh my gosh. My kids made cookies the other day, and I'm like, what is going on? So I'm down like a pound and a half. So I'm not mad at that. But yeah, the acid has been really, 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 really bad. You are living the bland life. Oh my gosh. So I made a coconut flour pancakes yesterday. They were disgusting. Disgusting. So I made almond flour pancakes today, and they were a lot better. A lot better. So I like cut up bananas, and I crushed up pecans, and I put it on top with a little bit of honey, and it was good. So okay, so let's go back to what my videos are going to be this week. So today I'm going to post one in Winter Garden, K Hovnanian. So we did that a few weeks ago. We toured one of their models. This is going to be their second model. It's a bungalow style house. So if you don't know what a bungalow style house is, it's where the garage is rear facing, right? So the garage is in the back of the house versus, it's like on the front side. But what I really like I like K Hovnanian homes. I like their standard features. I like their floor plans are super cute. So this one has 2 master bedrooms, one on the first floor and one on the second floor, which I really, really like. Of course, the first floor one, the bathroom's a little bit bigger, but they both have really nice sized walk-in closets. So that's Winter Garden. And that one, there's no CDD, and the HOA is only $96 a month. I was like, what, in Winter Garden? Yes. And A-rated schools, if you're looking for an A-rated school for your kids, right? A-rated schools, you're literally minutes away from Disney and all of the stores. That's that. Tomorrow is going to be I've never toured Trinity Family Builders. And so they have a few different communities in like Groveland and St. Cloud. So we actually did the one in Groveland. It's called Trinity Lakes. And they have some pretty cool floor plans. So we toured one of their floor plans called the Hayden. It's a 402, a little bit over 2,000 square feet. What I like about that community is more like a lifestyle community. So they have events, they have resort style pool, splash pad, a fitness center. They have a dock where you could go fishing, you can go kayaking, stuff like that. So I'm super excited to show you guys that one. And then we did one in Ocala. Ocala, we did so there's a community called Heathbrook. No, the Ridge at Heathbrook, right? And it's a DR Horton community, and we toured their coral floor plan. This is the second time we toured because they didn't open up their phase 2 yet. So the coral is really, really nice, almost 2,800 square feet, a four two no four 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 plus an office. And what I really like about this community is that it's a gated community. It has a resort style pool. It has like a half basketball court. and it's within literally walking distance. You walk down the block and you're at the VA clinic. So I thought that was pretty cool. You go right, you have Starbucks right there. So what I really like about this community is that, let's say if like you have someone who you don't drive, right, and you depend on your family to drive you to the store and stuff like that, or you have, it just gives me kind of New York vibes in the sense of being able to literally walk down the block. You have the hospitals there, you have your Starbucks, you have grocery shopping, you have restaurants within walking distance. So I really like that, and I'm really excited to show you guys that this week. Wanda said, "Hi Alexis, I'm enjoying your live and videos for now. Soon we'll reach out for your help." Yes, I absolutely love that. um we have been doing lives, I think, since like August, September now. We love doing the lives. It's just a vibe. Like, it's nothing special. I'm on my sofa, talking it up with you guys. So 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 yeah, but the kids were on a spring break this week, and we didn't do much though. Took them to the, it was kind of windy out here. It was too cold for the pool. What else? I have a listing coming up in Haines City. Um, it's a 4-2, very nice home. Um, it expired, and somebody reached out to me, and so I'm gonna list it now. I had a conversation with them, right? Because they have solar panels. And we all know, we talked about solar panels before. We talked about it. It's really like, I really advise against solar panels if this is not going to be your forever home, right? Because especially us being in a buyer's market now, the chances of somebody coming, a buyer coming to purchase your house and assume the solar panel loans are slim, very, 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 very slim, right? So 90% of the time is that you're going to have to pay off the solar panel loans when you close, right? So there's always a little pushback, right? Because number one, the house is only about 2 years old, right? But when you're in a community where the builder is still building the homes, that's your biggest competition, right? So it's like, we definitely have to price it way lower than what the builder has it for. So for example, this house, right? They had it on the market for 350,000, still asking the new buyers to assume the loan, right? So what you need to think about is that you need to go lower than that. When that same house, the builder is still building, and it was listed at $324,000. So who is gonna buy a used home, right? Because let's be real, it's a used home now. At 350, plus I have to assume the solar panel loans when the builder is selling the same floor plan brand new for 324, and I'm getting closing cost incentives or a special interest rate, right? So we're gonna price it at 315, which I still think is a little bit high, right? Because they're still asking for the buyers to assume the loan. Um, so we'll see. I told them we can see what the traffic looks like within 4 to 6 weeks. If there's nothing, then we're gonna have to reduce it. I personally think that the house should be priced at almost 300,000. Um, yeah, I would say $300,000, right? You're gonna lose out on money. You're definitely gonna take a loss, especially that you just bought it 2 years ago. You haven't gained that much equity in the house, right? But it just comes down to, my job is not to just list the house, it's to sell it, right? And so I've it's okay. So Sean said, "Hello from South Carolina. I enjoy binge watching your videos of these new homes and picturing myself in them." Yes, that's what it's about. Manifest it. I love it. Carmen said, in Ocala the prices are dropping. It depends, right? I've seen where the prices are a little bit decreasing, right? But it also depends on what the what it was first on the market for, right? Was it overpriced to begin with? If it was overpriced to begin with, there's no traffic, there's no showings, right? Then that's something that yeah, you're gonna have to reduce the price. I Carmen said I need no HOA, no CDD, a quarter acre is enough, 3-car garage. You can definitely find that. I actually just have clients who text me, and again, this is what I mean. There's some clients who are just like, listen, you just negotiate for me, I can go see the house, right? So they they went to Estella Living in Ocala, and they found one of their floor plans that they actually also do in a 3-car garage, and it's on almost in half of an acre, so it just checked off a lot of their boxes, and so they're probably gonna get that one. Hi, Gilbert. Gilbert is another one. Gilbert is very, he is like, nope, I already know the house that I want, let me go see it and I'm good. So I have to call you. So Carmen, let me know, when you're ready, you can book a call with us, and then we can see what your price point is, and your price point is going to determine what location, to be very honest. No. Did you put salt? Did you put the juca in?
Yeah.
You did? Did you put salt in the water? Can you put salt in the water?
Yeah, let me know this because I want to time it.
Raymond said, do you ever see false pendings where they say a property is pending when it's not? I don't think I've ever seen a false pending, because that's not like a strategy, right? Because let's say if okay, so let's say if a house goes pending and it's a fake, right? And it comes back on the market, people are going to be like, hold on, I see that, because it's public record, right? They can see that information when it goes pending, when it comes back on the market, and people are going to be like, what's wrong with that house, right? So a lot of the times, me personally, if I'm seeing, okay, a house went pending and it came back on the market 5 days later, 5 or 6 days later, then okay, that means that they canceled during the inspection period. Why? Right? Why did they cancel? Is there's, maybe there's something wrong with the house, maybe it came up, or they just don't want the house and they decided to grab another one, right? But the listing agent is not allowed to tell you why they canceled, right? So no, I don't see that. Wonder Art said, hello from Ireland, we love watching your videos. Yes, I actually have clients from Ireland, and we're gonna be helping them. Sean said, I see a lot of homes in Orlando priced in the 500. It seems they're way overpriced. Is it because it's closer to the city and other attractions? Exactly. So Orlando, it's developed, right? It's closer to everything. So yes. So the more rural areas, the more areas that are not as developed, that's where you're going to get the lower prices, right? But eventually them prices are going to go up in those rural areas because they become more developed. That's why I always say, right, for me, I live in Davenport, and when I purchased, I moved from Claremont to Davenport because at that time I couldn't afford a house in Claremont, right? So I moved to Davenport because the numbers were more affordable for me and my family. I wasn't where I am today, but we evolving, baby, we evolving. So when I moved over here, I was like, where the heck am I? Like I thought I was in the boonies, right? I was like, but I'm a real estate agent. I was like, I know that this is gonna be developed, okay? So we and you guys know that I keep it 100 on this channel. I bought my house for 306. I have a DR Horton home, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. I already outgrew this home. Um, but for 306, And this same house in my community, because they're no longer building in it, it closed out last year. It was closed. They were selling it for about 450. 450. And this area has developed. We have so we they got a Miller's Ale House, they got a new Wendy's, Starbucks is coming over here, which I'm super excited because normally I have to drive to Posner Park, which is only, it's not far at all. But to have a Starbucks nearby when I could drink coffee, because I'm on day 5 without coffee. But there's just so much coming in. So that's why I always say when I'm showing you guys like homes in Haines City, is because I'm like, okay, this is affordable right now, right? I do feel like the Haines City is gonna be the next Davenport, right? There's talks about like a super Target and hotels and things like that. So when you already know that those commercial businesses are coming into the area, is because it's growing. So for me, Haines City is definitely the next Davenport. Hi, Christopher. Sergio said, "What's up from Cali? Wife Yesenia started listening to your channel now. She loves your presentation showing homes. I love that. Yes. Thank you guys." Carmen said Orlando's overpriced and they think they are Miami. They aren't Miami. Anyone can live in Orlando, but try that in Miami. Miami is expensive. Well, expensive is relative, right? Like I've seen where houses are $500,000 and it's a 3-1 with a 1-car garage, or maybe not even a garage. Raymond said, "Oh wow, thanks for answering. I thought it might have been a tactic." Yeah, I definitely don't see it being a tactic at all. If somebody's doing that to be tactful, it's the wrong way to go. Babe, did you check the Juka? Yeah, it's not done. But you added salt. Okay, guys, I'm living a bland life right now. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. I gotta let my esophagus heal. Is there any questions that I can help answer? Again, we are in a buyer's market, so buyers are favorable. You have more favorable terms. Oh, if anyone knows of someone looking in the Riverview area, I have this beautiful home in Riverview. Is literally just 20 to 30 minutes outside of Tampa, in a great community. This house is 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, no rear neighbors. It has a beautiful large enclosed covered lanai. It does have solar panels, but the sellers are paying it off at closing. Whole home water filtration, built-in speakers. So that house is priced at 410,000. So we're actually the lowest 5 bedroom priced home in the community. So if you know anyone who is looking for the Riverview area, definitely reach out to me. Marva said, "What is your honest view of Ocala?" Man, I really like Ocala. I really, 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 really do like Ocala because um, Ocala is just growing. And what I really like about Ocala is that, especially in the Marion Oaks area where you are not on top of each other, right? You have at least a quarter acre. Um, there's so much to do. There's so much to do there. Um, I feel like it gives you, it's just another environment in Florida. Like I really do like Ocala. I'm in the like I'm like, do I move to Ocala? And it's just I would need to build probably like a custom home because there's just so much there's so much of us, right? There's 8 of us and my dogs and things like that. So I personally I want to farm or at least some acreage, but Vic wants to live in like Dr. Phillips and be close to everything. So we're not seeing eye to eye on that just yet. Thank you, Vincenza. I hope I said that right. Hola from your old hometown of Staten Island. Oh shit, you live in Staten Island? I love me some Staten Island. That's just where my roots are. Lucy Martinez said, "Can you do a video of on the process of relocation and selling a home in another state?" Yeah, absolutely. So what I can do is that I can make it a segment in my home tour videos. Or I can try to do a separate video and just have it, cuz what happens is that when I do videos outside of what my norm is, so my norm is um my norm is home tours, then those videos don't get pushed out to many people, right? But if you think that if that will help a lot of people, then absolutely I can do a video on the process of relocating and selling another home in another state. Let me just put that on my to-do list. Babe, can you start on the grill, pa?
Oh, good.
You got me starving over here. Victor is starving me. Huh? It's the one that I did the coconut milk and the fresh herbs. It's chicken thighs and drumsticks. It's in a thing. But I did for you guys, I did thighs as well with some asparagus. But the asparagus has to kind of be drizzled in oil with some salt and a little bit of pepper. In the grill, pa. Yeah. Just do all the chicken in the grill. All right. Sergio said, "Do you know if home loans have retired peace officer incentives?" Retired peace officer incentives. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. Like, what do you mean by that? Like if like lenders have if lenders have a a retired peace officer incentive, like, so for example, Kalesa Township, they give you an extra $1,500 off if you are a first responder, right, or were a first responder. So maybe that is what you mean. Sally said, "We want the same. What areas are more farm areas?" Yeah. So you're looking at like you're looking at the Nellen, Ocala, Beverly Hills, some Citrus Springs. Lucy said, "Bacalao con la yuca." No, I don't listen. I know I love all of that. Number one, I don't know how to make bacalao. I don't know how to make it. So I'm just, if you didn't catch it, I'm like on a very just kind of Whole Foods type of thing. So I figured I could eat yuca. I don't freaking know, but I'm gonna try it. But I'm gonna try to just eat it with like some chicken or something.
Yeah.
Raymond said, "It gets a lot of hate, but I grew up in Brevard, and if I left Boston for Florida, East Orlando to the coast is where I'm buying. East Orlando to the coast." Ah, East Orlando to the coast. Okay. Felipe said, "Happy 15th birthday, belated birthday, Miss." Yes, hoping you and I don't know where the 15 comes from. I'm not 15. I've been about 30s. But thank you. Raymond said, "Lake Nona Innovation Way, keep heading east. That whole area is about to explode, and Coco is getting a bright line station at some point." Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I do like St. Cloud and um Wedgefield too. Oh, that's where you can we can look too, depending on your price point. Um Hold on. Sally, depending on your price point, Wedgefield could be it too, but Wedgefield is a little bit higher, but that's something that we can look into too. Sean said, I've been looking at this home in Orlando. It's on Zillow for $539,900. I have not seen one review about it. If it's still up, can you give that in tour? Yeah, let me see. 4190. Okay, hold on. Yeah, Sally, and St. Cloud. There's some farm areas in St. Cloud too. So let's check it out. Let's see what home in Orlando is. 4190 Rose. Let's see. Mm-mm. All right. All right. So this is 4-3, brand new waterfront home. No HOA. It's on an acre. Okay. Let's see. I really like that long driveway. All right, so it looks like you walk in, you have bedroom 4 there. Okay, bedroom 4 has its own, it's kind of like an ensuite. You walk in, you have your kitchen, and then it looks like it's going to be a family dining room combo. So most likely your dining room will go here, your family room here. I'm wondering if that looks like it might be the pantry. To the left, you're going to have bathroom number 2. It looks like this is the laundry room. It looks like it comes with the utility sink, your garage, bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3. They look to have like maybe walk-in closets. That's what it looks like to me. And then the master bedroom is in the back with a large walk-in closet. Yeah, covered lanai on an acre. We can definitely check this one out. Let me take the address so I could give it to my hubby. Hold on. That looks like a cool home. Let me see. Oh, did you guys even see what I was did you guys see that or no? I hope you guys did. Hi, baby. Did you guys see the house or no? Huh, baby? Oh, you didn't see the house. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Stop screen. Yeah, baby, if you want to. Okay. So this is the house that he was asking about. It's a 4-3, just under 2,000 square feet. It's in Orlando. It's on 1.23 of an acre. No HOA. So it looks like a pretty cool home. I like the long driveway, as you can see, right? So it might be that the lake is in the back. And so as I was saying, so it looks like you walk in to the right, you have like a junior ensuite with the bedroom, walk-in closet, and its own bathroom. And then you go down, you have the kitchen, family room, dining combo. And then on the left side, you have the 2 bedrooms, the bathroom, the laundry room, and then it looks like you have a really big walk-in closet in the master bedroom. And let me see. Oh, we can see it right here. So you walk in to the left. It looks like it's that bedroom. That's a cute kitchen. I like the backsplash. Okay, you got tray ceiling. I like that they have kind of like an entertainment center here. You could put your 100-inch minimum TV right there. Oh yeah, our 100 inch is going right there. Oh, I like this. This is super cute. Master with the tray ceilings, walk-in closet. Okay, not bad. I like when the sinks are separate. I really do. I would take this one though, with the drawers on each side. That's mine. Tiles going all the way up to the top. You got the window. Oh, okay. So you got already built-in shelves. So it looks like this is kind of like a drop-off zone slash laundry room. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Two-car garage. Bedroom number two. Okay. You got the niche tile going all the way up to the top. And you got a hall bath. Okay. Wait. No, that hall bath is that one, right? No, wait. Or maybe that's in the bathroom because it doesn't say 4, 3.5. Let me see. Large walk-in closet. Private bath number three. The cover lanai. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, you have access to the water. Yeah, we'll put that on our list. So, oh yeah, wow, look, it curves. That's a long driveway. I want this house. You see the one with the pool, and then they have a boat ramp. That's what I want. Yeah, so I can definitely take a look at that one. What you guys thought about that house? Let me stop. Can you go over there, please? Thank you. Let me see. How do I stop screen? What do you guys think about that house? I thought it was super cute, especially being in Orlando, right? Um, we can definitely tour that one. I'm Italian, and when you make bacalao, you have to soak it in for a few days because it's dry. We do that at Christmas time. Yeah, my grandma does it. She soaks it a few times and things like that, but I don't really know how to make it. Lucy, oh, please teach me. Please teach me. You guys, I love like the onions and all of that, but I can't eat that right now. Sergio said lower interest rates, for example. I have not seen where, if you are, let's say, like retired veteran or retired police officer, where you just get special interest rates, right? I personally haven't seen that, but I have seen incentives where, they'll give you like an extra $1,500 off or something like that. Raymond said Wedgefield is awesome. Yeah, I do like Wedgefield. They have some really nice houses on big lots. Sally, you have 17-year-old triplets? Triplets. Oh my gosh. I couldn't even imagine. Christopher said, "Oh, this is something good. We were just talking about that." Christopher said, "How does the summer heat feel like down in Florida? Can you actually stay outside for a long time?" It depends. It honestly depends. If you're used to it, maybe. But it gets hot. We were just talking about that with the kids because we went to the park today, and it wasn't too hot, and we were talking about that because it gets really high here, especially like July, August. Like you want to be in the pool type of thing. Okay. So let's see. Felipe said not bad. Yeah, right, not bad. That house was cute. Sean said thank you so much. That house is super nice, especially that driveway. I know that driveway is super long. You're gonna be the party. Everybody, you're gonna have the party house because you could park so many cars. Yeah, they probably would have to clear the shrubs. And if they wanted to make a dock too, right? Like I personally, if I'm living on the lake, I would want a dock, even if I don't have a boat, right? Because you could make like a kind of like a viewing station type of thing. I've seen a lot of people do. Hey James, How are you? Catherine said, "Hi, Alexis. We enjoy watching your videos and we're excited to see you next month." Yes, I'm super, super, super excited. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that house, Sean, within the next couple of weeks. I think it is a nice house, especially being on the lake. Um, so, but let me see. Is it in a? Most likely, it's a flood zone. Let's check. I gotta check the tax records. Hold on. What flood zone is it? So yes, it's XAE. So you may need flood insurance, you may not. It just honestly depends. It's gonna depend on the lender. So it just depends. So yes, guys, buyer's market getting great incentives. The market is in the buyer's favor. So I'm super excited to be helping as many people that I can evolve in real estate this year. Last year we helped 59 families. So I'm looking to do just as that or maybe a little bit more. I don't know about double, but I need a big team if I double that. Or I need like 5 of me. But we have a few more minutes. Is there anything else that I can help you with? If anybody else suffers from acid reflux and they are on like an acid free diet, please let me know how you season your meat because I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling. Yes, Lucy, I'm gonna work on doing that. I'm gonna yes, Lucy. Lucy said I'm looking forward to seeing your videos this week. I'm gonna work on posting the one for today soon. And then yes, Monday and Tuesday next week. I have no I like the following next week, not this upcoming week, but the following week. I have no idea where we're going. But that's just the beauty of it, right? There's just so much to tour and and I just love it. Um James said they have a house just outside of Orlando, which is nice, but not great for 650. But the lot is awesome with the lake out back and on within what and within view in the front, 30 minutes out of the city. They have a house just outside of Orlando, which is nice, but not great for 650. Did you see it on somebody else's channel, James? Yes, please, Sally, email us. Absolutely. I'm gonna try to have Dylan on one of my videos, like my tours, so that you guys can meet him. And because again, sometimes I just, if sometimes the dates don't align and things like that, and um, or if I'm not available and he takes you guys to see the showings, the houses and things like that, right? Just know that I'm a part of every transaction, right? I'm making sure that everything is covered. It's extremely important for me to let you guys know that even if I'm not showing you the houses, I'm still in everything. Everything. James said yes, Renzo a few days ago. Okay, so Renzo post okay. I think I know. Let me see. Oh, the one on 1.81 acres. I think you're talking about, James. I haven't physically seen that house. I'm not a big fan of the exterior of the home. I thought inside was really nice, and I love that it's almost on 2 acres. Um, but yeah, let me know if there's any areas that you guys want me to cover, right? So I don't own, like, I cover all of Central Florida, so from Ocala down to Tampa, and everywhere in between. So I know a few people have said, okay, I want to see more stuff in St. Cloud, so I've posted a few things in St. Cloud since then. I'm posting something in Groveland just so that you guys can see that area as well, because that's a growing area. I'm gonna start recording in Apopka, because Apopka, they're saying is gonna be the next Winter Garden, right? And Winter Garden is the hot commodity over here. So I want to show you different things. I don't like to be I'm That's one thing about me, is that I don't like to be tied down to one specific area like Davenport, right? Like I don't like to be tied down to just one area because I cover all of that and I know all of the areas, right? So that's why I like to just show you guys different aspects of Central Florida, because why not? Christopher said buying a house or for over a half a million, you need to make a lot of money. I'll be happy with the $300,000 home that I can afford without working two jobs for 20 years. Yeah, and that's why I always say, like, when I use the word affordable, right? Like, it may be affordable to me. I think affordability is subjective, right? Because it's all gonna depend. Sometimes for somebody a $500,000 ain't nothing, right? For some people $1 million ain't nothing, right? But I no matter what, side note, no matter what price point my clients in, I treat them like family. It doesn't matter if you're buying a $200,000 house or a $1.2 million house, right? Um, and I just, like I said, it's very subjective, and you know but there are some really nice $300,000 houses, right? That, yeah, for your specific scenario, that you don't have to work two jobs. Listen, I always tell my clients, I say, at the end of the day, I'm not paying your mortgage, right? So I want to make sure that you're absolutely comfortable with your mortgage payments and that you absolutely love the house, right? Because I'm not paying it, right? And so, for example, I have a client who he thought he would only get approved for like $400,000. He actually got approved for $600,000, and he was like, "But I don't want to spend that much." And I was like, "You don't have to spend that much, right? Like, I want you to make sure that you are comfortable with what that payment looks like." James said you have to watch any acid reflux meds as they are linked to dementia. I know, James. I know, James. I know. So I actually so when we were in Mexico this week, we had a conference, and I don't if is anybody familiar with Gary Brecka? He's very, very, like, I don't know if he's a scientist. I think he's a scientist. um but he talked about just kind of like alternatives and what you need to do versus like taking acid reflux medicine or like things like that. So I think it's definitely a lot of things have to do with your gut, right? So gut health is extremely important, and that's what I'm learning right now. And so I just started this journey as far as a whole food diet with no processed, like no white sugars, no added sugars, and I that's aside from the acid reflux, right? I just want my gut to be healthy, because when your gut is healthy, then your whole body is healthy, right? Because I told you guys that I have an autoimmune disease. And so I think it's very, very important to start off with your gut. So your girl's on a mission, I'll tell you that much. But yeah. All right, guys, if I can't help answer any questions, then we will see you next week. Oh, hold on. Um James said apple cider vinegar capsules will work, but take with fish oil so they don't bother your gut. Works great for me. Yeah, and I also take turmeric pills to help with the inflammation. But Gary Brecker has this kind of like these tabs that you put in your water, and they're supposed to help reduce the acid, not the acid, the inflammation. So I'm gonna try that out. Carlos said hello, Alexis. Hey, Carlos. I had the same problem. Doctor recommended last meal 3 hours before going to bed. No coffee, chocolate, no picante. It has helped me a lot. I know, Carlos. So I'm on day 5 with no coffee. I haven't had chocolate because chocolate is has acidity to it, and no picante. I know that's it. Like it's hard, but we gonna do it. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, guys. I love each and every one of you guys. You guys know that I rock with y'all. Janet, I love you. Thank you. You're always the first one to comment on lives. So I really, really appreciate you guys. I really, 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 really do. Like, YouTube has changed my life. And I'm just super excited. We went, oh wait, I didn't even mention we're over 10,000 subscribers. We are officially, let me see where we're at right now. We're at 10,052 subscribers. It's, and we just started this 2 years ago, right? I love you guys. I do this for you guys. I appreciate you guys, and my family loves you guys, and yeah. Well, I'm excited to see what's to come, and stay tuned to the videos that are on this week. Love you guys. Hope you have a great week, and see you next Sunday.